Hi guys, and welcome to another squad builder with myself, Bates and 87. Now, last night I found it very hard to get hold of a certain player called Inform McCormack. Arnine Rye does rave about him, and he finally got his Inform, but because of the prices he is going for currently, I find it very hard to get hold of him. So, what I decided to make instead was a silver hybrid. I did try loads of different ways to try and build it with certain players, but in the end it turned out just to be a silver mix, which was basically just two nations or two leagues. And the two leagues we have, no, it's actually two nations. It's a USA and a Brazil mix, and it's the most aid-ridden team I have ever used on FIFA. It's an all-silver team, and the aids didn't go against me. I played 10 plus games with this team, won every single one, but the types of goals which were scored for me were absolutely ridiculous. And you will see them at the end of this video when I do show them in the highlights. And the reason I put the goals in there was to show you how lucky. Well, it wasn't even lucky, it was just the aids the two strikers created. So, first things first, if you want your ultimate team coins, make sure you check out FIFA Coin Stash for some fast and reliable coins. Their link is down below in the description. So, let's crack on, build this team, and if you guys do build it without the informs, let me know, as it will be fairly cheap. I'll give you the prices of the two, well, where will I put it? I'll put it in the description for you, or you can even build it on Foothead and put it into that website where it just tells you the accurate price. So let's move on, set the parameters up, and start building the team. So the first nationality we'll build is a Brazil side of the team, as a lot of people don't really use Brasilvers this year, and it's a bit of a shame because last year they were absolutely godly. So the goalkeeper we went with is Arana. Don't know if that's saying your name. We put a glove trait on him as well, because glove trait seems to be the only trait which anybody does put on players this year. Hopefully that does change when next gen comes out. It's just over a week away now until it's released, and I cannot wait to convert from my Xbox to my Xbox One. You lot will have to let me know in the comment section below which next gen console you are getting. If so, what time. Are you getting it on day one, or are you waiting until Christmas, or maybe even a year later? I'd be very curious to know your thought on that. So the centre back we went for is someone from the Liga do Brazil, and the defender we chose was Wellington. There is also another centre back with reasonable pace. I think it's Worley, but we went with Wellington because I did have a lot of success with him last year, and I thought I wanted to try him again this year. Now the left back position, you lot will probably be like, why didn't you put this guy in? But because of using Richarlison last year, he was originally a CDM. I thought I'm going to try him at left back, see what he was like, and to be honest, he was one of the most fun left backs I've used. I know he's got a bit of a shot on him as well, not the best shooting stat, but it is a pretty decent shot for a silver, and also I think he does have 4-star skill moves as well, which is pretty solid. Moving on to the centre midfielder on the left hand side, and there is a lot of choices we went for, but we went for Ibsen. He also has 4-star skills. We bought him with that Deadeye trait in the centre midfield as well, but you lot will probably change up the chemistry style depending on how you want him to use. Also, the formation I'm using is 4-3-1-2. This is my go-to formation. If you follow my wager showdowns, you'll know that I actively use this formation on there as well. Moving on to the centre midfield in the middle, and we went with someone in the MLS, and it is Juninho. He was a beast last year, and he does continue to be a beast this year. I really enjoyed using him. He did score some decent goals for me, and you will see them coming up in the highlights. Moving on to the cam position, this is the first inform in the team. It is Inform Camilla. His price was around 80k, or was it 70k? I can't remember. But he will hold his price because the MLS has stopped now. His team isn't in the MLS playoffs either, so it's going to take a few months for him to get an inform. So I reckon he will hold his price fairly dearly, as he's quite a rare player. Now moving on to the striker, and this is a guy we did pack when we the pack before we packed Messi, and it is Wallison, 5-star skills, 88 pace. But he's not as good as he was last year. I used him as a bit of a speed demon. He was quite fun to use, but not as good as he was last year. If you guys have used him, let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on him as well. Now moving on to the MLS side of things, well, the American side. So let's set the parameters up to that and finish this team off. Now the reason I went with the MLS this time is because I've recently come back from America. I do know some American players now, so it's nice to have seen them in real life, and then obviously I've come back and used them on FIFA as well. So the centre back we went for is Besler. He plays for Kansas. He has 76 pace. In real life he is fast as fuck, and on the game he is also really fast and really solid. One of the better silver centre backs I've used on the game so far. Moving on to the right back, he plays for LA Galaxy. Franklin, he scored an absolutely fucking awesome goal against Real Salt Lake, I do think it was. He just fucking levered it from outside the area and it went in. I don't know about the keeping, but the curl on the ball he put was insane, and he's also super fast as well, under 84. Moving on to the centre midfield, and it is ZUSI. I genuinely thought this guy was going to leave the MLS because I thought he was around 20, but he's actually in his mid-20s, so I reckon he's going to be a future MLS star. Well, he is an MLS star now. You've seen all the team this season and the informed versions of him as well. He's ripping that league up. You lot, if you do follow the MLS, you'll have to let me know what your thoughts on ZUSI is, whether he's going to be leaving in the future or will actually stay there for the rest of his career. And moving up into the striker, this guy also does play, he plays in the MLS, but he plays for Sounders, and it is Johnson. Now Finch did rave a lot about this guy, saying he was an absolute animal, and he is. He rips shit up. He's got the pace. He looks like a bit of an idiot on the game with his yellow hair, but he is solid. So there is the team finish, guys. What I'm going to do now is move on into the highlights and show you some goals I did score, as well as some shitty looking goals, but they're the goals that this type of team did create, and give me some wins. So I'll be back in a sec. So we're back, guys, and these are the highlights. As you can see in the background, the ball is bouncing everywhere. The first game was against Math Denton as well. I got very lucky there with a few goals I did score against him. So let's have a rundown of the team individually and let you know how it did fare out and why you should go and build this team, and let me know what you thought of it, because a lot of people did like the last silver unbeatable team. This is an unbeaten team with me, but I haven't played a lot of games compared to the other team I did do. Look at that goal as well. This was against a gold team, got very lucky, but that goal did prove that this team can hold out against a gold team, and then that was another goal against a sub as well. So the goalkeeper, he is probably one of the best Brazilian keepers I've used. Didn't really make any errors. We did concede 1 or 2 goals a game, but apart from that, he was really good. Saved some shots I didn't expect him to. The 2 centre backs are very strong on corners and very strong defending as well. Both of them have got quite good height and quite good speed against them and hold the position well. Franklin was good on the attack, one of the benefits of using him there, and he was also fast at tracking back for all them loose balls running down the right hand side. The left back, Rickarlson, was solid, as good as he was last year for sure. Just a shame he did move from centre mid to left back, but you lot have to let me know who you would put at left back position instead of him. The 3 centre midfielders, moving from the left to the right, Ibsen, didn't really rate him compared to what I thought it was going to be like. Maybe I didn't use him enough, but I'm pretty sure you could put someone better in there if you did want anyone Brazilian, really. Moving on to the centre one, Juninho, he was fun, really enjoyed using him, scored some awesome shots as you see in the highlights as well. ZUSI, used him before in the MLS team, still as good as he was then, and really recommend buying him, even if he's non-in form, will just be as good. Moving on to Camilla, now I put him at cam. Didn't really use him to the best of his advantage. His free kicks are next level. His shooting from outside the box is also fun, but he didn't really do much compared to his price. Now the strikers, Wallison, I did briefly touch over on him, where he didn't seem as good as he was last year, but he was fun to use when you start spamming the skill stick against bad opponents. And Johnson, this guy is a star of the team, very strong, very fast, 4-star skills. You lot should buy him and let me know what you think. So there we have it, guys. This is my squad build done. Really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, guys, see you later. Have a nice day.